Hey YouTube, so we've been a little MIA lately. We have been really busy and haven't quite figured out how to YouTube and do everything at the same time. So we got more SD cards and batteries and stuff, and got homeschool a little bit more figured out, especially out here, so things are a lot easier on recording finally figured it out. So let's give some updates of what we're doing. A lot of what I have is either really short clips of videos or just some pictures just to show you what's going on at least. So, but here's a short clip. Look what we bought. Campus not getting done as quick as we thought. So we bought a 30-foot travel trailer for the winter. Yay! Of course, as soon as we get the camper, we switched out all the lights to LED. So I took a picture of the difference and what a difference this makes. This is an LED light, not a camper light. And then as soon as we get the camper, it snowed. For all you guys wondering how it is in fall, it's sleeting right now. You probably can't see it, but it is sleeting. Sleet, snow. After having the camper for a little while, we realized that the batteries in there weren't going to hold up. The camper has 2 batteries, and it wasn't getting us through the night with running the fan for the heater and stuff. So we bought some extra propane tanks and some extra batteries, and I came up with this crazy idea and had to re-rig everything, but we got it done. And then now comes the fun part, where I have this tiny little oven in the camper now, and I'm trying to bake. So we started baking our banana breads and stuff like that will fit in, this much oven. Well, I can't make bread because it rises too much and it hit the top of the oven. So Glenn was like, let's use the smoker. So we grabbed the smoker and I made up some bread, put it in my cast iron pans, and smoked it. And let me tell you what, it's pretty good with some cherry wood. We, as soon as we get here, have a friend of ours who lives nearby, and he came over and shoed the horses for me and was telling me that they were going to be doing a cattle drive the next morning. So the kids and I got up early and we did our chores and we ran out to the road and got to watch the cattle drive, and they let me record it. So here's a pretty cool cattle drive for you guys. And then Glenn and I had to make a one-night trip up to Washington, and he was honored for 1 million safe driving miles because he's a truck driver through Swift. So no teasing us about who we work for, please. He's no longer with them. So, but they honored him for 1 million safe miles, and that was cool. Even though he was at like 1.75 million safe miles, but it was a nice trip for us. Grandma got to come and take the kids and take care of the farm real quick, and him and I rented a car and ran up to Washington and back and went all the way to Bellevue, Washington. That was very interesting from being in the country for so long and driving in the middle of that city. The parking garage underneath, that was a disaster. Buildings anyway, leaning. So when we got back, we had quite a bit of our solar panels and stuff. So Glenn got to work on our very first panel that we had, and we use that with an inverter, so we use it for a lot of charging our cell phone and stuff instead of using the cars. And then, because we don't have electricity here, and we didn't want to run the generator constantly in the camper whenever we needed to charge something, so this worked out pretty good. And then after we got all of the batteries and everything into the camper that we needed, that you've already seen, we bought 3 more panels to charge those, so we're not using the generator as much. So we're only using the generator averaging about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours a night, even with not having that much sunlight during the day. We're still doing pretty good with the 3 panels with the 4 batteries, so it's enough to keep us afloat. We're doing all right. We could probably use some more, but this is what we got right now and what we could afford, so we're making do with it. So, and that's what you do. So we're not having to buy electricity or anything. I'm not going to spend $40,000-$50,000 to get electricity run here. I could set up a really elaborate solar system for still less than that, so that'll be fine. We'll be good. Dun, 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 dun. And then of course fall comes and the onion harvest gets done. So here's my onion haul for the year, and that's the first time I've gotten an onion harvest like this. It was amazing, and they're still making me cry. I actually have 1 onion left. Yeah, almost into February, and I've got 1 onion left. So, and then we planted my trees, the apple trees and stuff that I got last year that were in the buckets. We planted those this fall real quick. It was kind of late. It was about November actually when I planted them. It was pretty decent November. And then a horny toad that we found here, which is really cool because we haven't seen those since town. So that was nice to see. And then Glenn loving on our goat, of course, who he claims he just doesn't love, but that is so his goat. So Thanksgiving comes and goes. Glenn was a little late for Thanksgiving. He didn't get to make it home on time, which is fine because you can do Thanksgiving whenever. So came home and I happened to still have a small turkey in the freezer from our harvest last year. So we had a small turkey that fit in the oven. And then Glenn had brought home some pies. And the next picture is Rachel laying down. It's the back of her head. And she had set the pie down on the bench of the table. And for some reason, she laid the back of her head down into the pie. And that was the result of it. And then Christmas came, and of course we had to decorate a little bit, and we didn't have room for a tree, and my best friend gave me this little flower, so we put lights on it and decided that we would call it our Christmas flower tree. And so we did that, and then we decorated the camper and stuff, so we had our little Christmas time here. Alright guys, so I feel that I've caught you up quite a bit. In the last couple of months we haven't had too much happen. I posted the chicken coop build. That was our first building on the homestead. So that happened pretty much after all of this. So we're pretty caught up now. Not too much happened. We kind of laid low. We worked on a lot of homeschooling and just getting a routine and things we can do, and you know, having to go to town a lot and go do laundry and stuff like that. So it's been quite the challenge of getting a schedule down, and now that we've gotten some things worked out, it's becoming a lot smoother and things are happening a lot easier. So it just took us some time to figure it out. So yeah, so I guess we'll see you guys on the next one. Here's a pretty sunset and of course a nice winter scene from our homestead also. So anyways, keep homesteading and stay blessed guys. Talk to you later.